Optical illusion.
Yes, hello, Jack. How's it going?
Doing very well, thank you. Having a nice day
I'm having a brilliant day.
so far, right?
Yes.
Everyone's
it
showing
is-
up. That's nice.
Oh, I tell you what, it's excellent. I'm very impressed.
Highlights of the show so far.
Meeting you,
Oh,
and of course our friend from China.
Hello.
We've got here.
How are you?
Ah, brilliant.
It's a great show, isn't it?
This is superb. So you've come to Australia for the first time?
I mean, I was about 8 years old the first time, so I'm going to count this as the first time. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you don't remember that one very much. What do you think of it so far?
I'm completely in love with Sydney. I mean, I think it's just unfair that you get a big, bustling city and the weather and the beaches. I feel like you should have to choose. It's not fair.
You don't have to choose, you can have it all. I'm from Perth myself, which is over west. And yeah, it's very warm, lots of beaches, open spaces. It's just wonderful. Bit different to London. I used to live in London, didn't I? Yeah.
I thought I picked up a little bit of that.
Yeah,
accent.
yeah, down the East End, you know.
Oh, there you go.
I'm based in Hackney. I'm not so far from there.
Yeah, so it was definitely interesting in London. I used to do motorcycle couriering,
Nice.
which was fine because you could zoom around the traffic
To get around London.
on the pavement, down the tube things and down the step. Yeah, I know. All illegal.
Look, that's that encouraged.
That was back in the 70s and 80s.
Anything to shortcut if you're brave enough for it.
Yeah. And your first time from...
No, third time in Australia. I've been here before, but it's lovely. I'm so happy to be here.
You live in China now.
That's right. I haven't been here. I haven't left the country for 4 years, so my first time.
I'm on a panel. I need to
Oh,
go.
see ya.
Nice to meet you.
See you, Jack. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really this is my first time to see Robert, to see Jack, see everyone, all the
Been a
fans.
member of the Fully Charged team for a few years.
About 3 years now, yeah.
And you haven't been outside, so
No, they've all been my virtual friends until now, so it's so happy
I bet that's very pleasing.
to see everyone here as well. It's like real life.
Yes.
Enthusiasm about EVs and home energy.
You've been running these Fully Charged live shows for a few years. You've not made one.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
one in
First
Australia.
one, yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm very happy.
And you were saying just a short while ago about autonomous driving in
Yes.
China,
Yes,
XPeng way ahead of Tesla.
yes. I think all of the Chinese manufacturers are very far ahead of Tesla. They don't have full self-driving in China from Tesla, so it hasn't been approved. So, you know, XPeng's got about 10,000 engineers just working on autonomous driving. You know, Neo cars have the LiDAR on the top of the cars. It's going to become a big part of the EV landscape in China.
Yeah.
In
I
the next-
was in Norway recently and I took a Neo ES8
Yes.
out for a test drive. I love
What do you
that
think?
car.
Yeah, it's
I
fantastic.
love that. Geez, for a big SUV, it's fast.
Oh, yes.
Very comfortable.
Yep. Serious competitor to the Germans.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's been released in Norway along with the ET7. I think
ET7, yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Lovely cars.
They're fantastic.
I wish Tesla would bring out a nice big SUV. I've got a Model Y,
Okay.
which
Do you need
is,
something a bit bigger?
it would be nice.
Yeah.
And that thing will do, well, the new one that they're bringing out, the ES8, will do 0 to 100 in 3.3.
Something like
Or
that. Yeah,
3.5.
something ridiculous for a massive SUV.
I mean, the one I drove did it in 4.5, and that was pretty damn good.
You don't need much faster than that.
No, and they're going to put a 150 kilowatt hour battery in it.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
And
And we're
it'll
lucky in China because we've got the battery swapping, and I think they're getting that in Europe as well. So
They've put a 1 in or 2 in near Oslo. They're going to be rolling them out.
game changing. 3 minutes.
Yes.
And you can swap from a 70 kilowatt to a 100 kilowatt and soon a 150 kilowatt hour battery.
Yeah.
That's very
I mean,
impressive.
my Tesla takes 10 seconds to charge. It's 5 to plug it in and 5 to unplug it.
True.
And I go off and have a coffee or a meal or a sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But otherwise, you got to wait for the supercharger
yeah,
to
of
fill it.
course.
But the battery swap is certainly, it's very popular in China, isn't it?
Very popular, yeah. You've got to queue up for it. You know, there's 5 or 6 cars in front of you.
But you know you're only going to be 5 minutes each, so
Yeah.
it's still quicker than waiting to charge.
There's over 1,000 swap stations in China.
In
And that's just
November
with-
there were
just with Neo.
1,200,
There you go,
according to
1,200.
Neo. Yeah.
And that's just Neo. So Geely has battery swapping. Some
Do
others-
they now?
Yeah. And that's 1 minute. They do it for the taxis in a few cities. 1 minute swaps for the taxis, so very impressive.
That's the same as Neo. From underneath, take it out.
Yeah. They've done it for trucks and buses as well.
Well, there is a company in Australia that's doing trucks,
Okay,
big trucks.
good.
In fact, young Bobby
Yes.
did a thing on that just
Just a
this
few days
week.
ago, yeah.
Yes. And that looks very intriguing.
So there's a lot of stuff happening, and I really hope that Australia can be part of that revolution.
We desperately do need some more EVs here.
Yes.
And we actually need some cheaper ones.
Yes.
I mean, in America, you can get the Bolt for 25, less 7.5 or whatever on there.
I think give it another 6 to 12 months and you'll start getting the cheaper ones coming in. So BYD will bring the small Dolphin, I think.
Yes. The MG4,
MG4.
how much is that in China? Oh, I'm putting you on the spot there, aren't I?
Around about £12,000. So what's that? $20,000-ish?
Yeah.
Around about that.
£12,000. That's still a lot cheaper than anything here.
Yeah, exactly.
There is nothing under 44,000 Australian at the moment.
So wait for Great Wall to come here in bigger numbers. They've got loads of smaller cars. Great Wall will be
The Wuling Mini EV.
yeah, you're probably not going to get that one.
I don't think we'll get that here.
No. Unless you wanted to import it. So they probably wouldn't meet crash regulations.
No, I don't think so. Chinese crash regulations are a little bit different.
They're about the same, but somehow that one escaped.
Got through.
Yeah, I don't know how.
All right, that's great. Thanks
Cool.
very much
Thank you.
for talking.